Hi, my name is Hillary, and today we'll be making my twist on a peanut butter cookie by adding pretzels. These cookies are delicious and highly addictive. So first job is to break up the pretzels. I like to use the minis, and you want to break them up by hand, being careful not to crush them. You want them to be in bite-sized pieces, keeping as much of the hard outside coating as you can. This is a great job for little kids to do. It's also a good job to do in front of the television. Now, after you've broken up all your pretzels, you'll have 3 cups, and they can go in with the dry ingredients, which are 2 cups of all-purpose flour, baking soda, and just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're going to toss together the dry ingredients so you have an even mixture. After you have that combined, you can start right away with creaming your butter. 1 stick of cold unsalted butter, 2 cups of tightly packed light brown sugar. Light brown sugar is great in cookies. It helps keep cookies really soft and chewy, where granulated sugar will make them a little crunchier. And 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. I use creamy peanut butter in this recipe because you're getting a lot of crunch from the pretzels that you're adding. Now, we'll cream this on a medium speed, and you want to cream it until you see no more butter pieces. When you see no more butter, you know you're done creaming. And now that all the butter is creamed in, we'll start with our wet ingredients, which is 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You'll turn your mixer back on to about medium speed and add 1 egg at a time. The vanilla will just come with it. Once the eggs are added in, you want to give your bowl 1 more scrape. And then turn it up to a medium-high speed to take it to a fluffy, lighter colored consistency. Okay, so that has mixed for about 2 minutes, and you want it to be a light brown color. We are ready to finish the cookies by adding the dry ingredients we've already combined. You'll add everything in all at once. The smell is amazing. If you have a peanut butter lover within a mile, they'll be knocking on your door. Now I'm going to start the mixer on the lowest speed and just mix it until almost all the flour is combined. We'll finish it by hand, and this is so we don't crush the pretzels. So we're going to finish this dough by hand, just kind of folding it over itself, getting all the flour in. And the dough at this point will be soft and maybe a little bit sticky. So to be able to work with it and form balls, you want to just put the dough in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes before you scoop out your cookies. So now that your dough has rested for about 20 minutes and it's a little easier to handle, we're going to scoop it out into balls. I'm using a number 20 ice cream scoop. You can use a scoop, or you can just do a heaping tablespoon, which will come out with the same size cookie. This recipe yields about 2 dozen cookies, so it'll serve 1 to 2 people. And after we form the balls, we're going to have to help these cookies out a little bit in the oven because they don't spread so much. So we're going to flatten them ourselves. Just take the palm of your hand and press lightly, and they'll form into discs. You want them about a ½ inch high. And now comes the most fun part of this recipe. As a baker, I don't really get to season a lot of things, so it's really fun to be able to salt my cookies. Take a generous pinch of kosher salt and sprinkle it over the top of each cookie. Doing the salt before you put them in the oven will help them stick. Help the salt stick to the cookie. And this combination of salty and sweet is just awesome. Now these will bake in a low oven, a 300-degree oven, for 14 minutes, and you want to rotate the cookies at the 7-minute mark. And here you have your peanut butter pretzel cookies. They look amazing. I love how you can see the salt on top and the pieces of pretzel poking through, but you won't be able to admire them for very long because they'll be eaten up very quickly.